guys. I can't quite get my video camera working on my computer to see what I'm doing, so hopefully you're going to see all this, but I thought I would just come on. I received this yesterday. It is the German craft kit, the Star box, and I thought maybe I would just come on and do a very quick unveiling for everyone that it sort of is English speaking. I'm not sure that there is one on the internet, but I think that this craft kit was exclusive to Germany, but we had the chance to buy it during the Cyber Week, which we've just had at Tonic, and oh my gosh, wow is all I can say. There's just been some real, you know, we've been spoilt for choice this week, haven't we? So many things. I mean, I have gone wild with purchases. It was literally a Christmas of buy one for you, two for me, one for you, two for me. So I went wild. I mean, I bought this, I bought the paper bundle, what was the other one that I bought? The memory book. And yesterday they did the paper trimmers, but they came with 2 sets of blades, and it was such a good deal. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy the whole thing again, you know, to get the blades for it. And the mini chopper, I had to have one of those. So yes, I've been in my element buying lots of stuff over a Cyber Week. So thank you, Tonic. You've done amazing this last week. You've given us some fantastic things. Right, let's just do a very quick unveiling of this is the German Star craft kit and what you're going to get. So we've got a lovely mix here, green. So I think I haven't had a chance to actually look in there yet, but you can actually make ornaments with this. Again, I do apologise. I can't see what I'm doing because I can't get my camera to work for some reason. It's just not wanting to play ball with me today. It'll probably work as soon as I come off. But let's just have a look and see what we get. So we get the Green Valley mixed card pack, and you're getting emerald green, flourishing green, lucky shamrock, and emerald hessian. So here we go. Let's just have a look. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks like a sort of, you know, like alligator skin. I know it's hessian, but isn't that lovely? Look at that, the shine on that as well. So that's the hessian. And this one is the lucky shamrock. You know, their glitter papers are fantastic. They're really nice to work with. I worked with the silver service set, and they're nice. You know, sometimes you can get glitter papers and they're really difficult to work with. So this one is flourishing green. Look at that. Look at the sheen on that. That's lovely. Really lovely Christmassy colours. And then this final one is your emerald green. So high gloss mirror card. Try not to get everything in there, but yes. So that's what you get for your paper pad. You're getting fire brick glitter marker. I'm hoping you can see this because, like I say, I can't see what I'm doing. I do apologise, but I thought it'd be nice to just come and do a very quick English speaking one so that you can see this. You've got some lovely Nouveau drops here. Ivory. Oh, I've got this. This is lovely. Ivory seashell. This is so lovely. It's lovely for weddings as well. It's a really pretty drop, sort of quite pearly. You've got the festive gold circles. Where are we? Festive gold circles and ruby red pure sheen glitter. We've obviously got our oh, this is called chili red. So this is your twine. Okay, that's, you can never have enough twine. Oh, we've got some more sequins. Oh, these are lovely. They're like oh, what's the word? It's totally gone. Not metallic, but look, you can see it. They're ruby red sequins. It will come to me in a minute, but they're not quite, you know, they're not oh, I can't think of the name of it, but they're it will come to me in a minute, but they're lovely, aren't they? You can never have enough things like that for cards. And then we've got the Glacier cherry ink, and you do get a bottle of the craft tacky glue, 60 mils. I will say as well, I always use the inks, you know, and they do last. They really do last, even the small ones. They're just so handy to have, and I do find working with smaller, you have less waste. Right, let's just quickly show you the papers. I took this one out because I didn't want it to get ruined at the top, but look at that. I love that. I've had that one actually in the, was it like a peachy colour they did? And they also did this in a red colour, because they did one like this on the Christmas. I think it was the shadow box many years ago, but that's beautiful. And then you're getting all this array of lovely cards. So that's your, is that your classic? That looks smooth. Or is that your classic? That's your classic, I think. Then we've got like a lovely silver here, like a matte. That's the word I was looking for. Couldn't think of it. They're matte, like a matte finish. Couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what the word was. So you're getting a lovely array of sort of craft card. You've got your glitter, your mirror. I love this. This is quite weddingy as well, isn't it? It's like a silver sheen matte finish. Some nice, that feels like a 300 there. That does feel like a 300 GSM weight of cards. So lovely for your boxes. Right, I'm not sure what the names are of those. I'm just literally giving you a very quick run through of the box, and then I'm going to do a make. So, sorry if you just saw my head there. I can't believe I can't get my thing up. Right, okay, so this is what you're going to get, and there is a lot of dies in here in this set. There is a lot. You're getting a lot in here. I mean, we've done really well, because for £30, you know, normally it's about 35 if you're not subscribed. That's not bad at all. Now, obviously, if you've got German friends, these are lovely. This is going to be, you know, really nice for your German friends at Christmas. I mean, I actually do have some German friends, so I will be using all of these lovely sentiments that you have in the kit. But if you don't have to use them. You've still got, I mean, you've got a lovely stamp here. You could actually, if you were going to use, certainly, I'm not sure about that one. I'd have to have a look, but certainly this one, if you wanted to stamp it, all you'd have to do is just take a wipe and just wipe over this part, you know, the sentiment, and then you've just got the plain star, and then maybe you can put your own sentiments in there. So it's possible to do that with them. It comes with instructions. Obviously, they're in German, but I mean, they're pretty easy to follow, because they have the pictures there. So it's, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I never really read any of the, I don't read them. I generally look at the pictures to put them together. So it is very easy to follow. And you've got your panels here. It is a small box, but it's cute. It's very, very cute. So you've got your panels here. This is going to make the lid of your box. So you've got your 2 stars on there. This die here is going to make your 3D star. And I'm thinking you could possibly, I don't know how big it's going to be, but you could possibly use this on cards as well, on you know, Christmas cards. But there's so many. I mean, we can see here we've got lovely, I just love dies like this, you know, the sprigs of holly, because they go with everything, you know. You've got lots of sort of cut-in dies without the sentiments, and here as well, I think on the stamp, see, that's plain here. So we've got, you know, a stamp here that's plain. So there's plenty you can use. I mean, I even bought the German shadow box, the original one. I bought the German shadow box as well. I think it was relatively cheap on another site. And I thought, you know what, I used it was the original shadow box. I used that so much. I thought I must have a spare, and I'd lost one of the dies in there. So I bought it. but there is so many. I'm not quite sure what some of these are yet, but I will, I'm going to go off, pop off quickly and have them and do a little make with them. Look, we've got a lovely little snowflake there, haven't we? And then I'll come back, show you what I've made. But I thought it would be nice just to come on. I mean, look at all these lovely little cut-in panels here as well, you know, like the stars, and look at that. Isn't that pretty, that little snowflake? And, you know, there's some up-and-coming sets as well, which, you know, these things are going to go with. And this, you know, this one, this and these are definitely go, and this little lovely bow. All of these will all go with some of the up-and-coming things. So, yes, I will pop off now. So that's what you get. That's the German Starbox kit. Craft kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to show you what I've made. Lovelies, I'm back and I'm ready to make the Star craft kit box, the German Star craft kit box. Right, okay, I have made one. Okay, I thought I'll give it a go and try it first before I showed you how to construct it. It's a little bit fiddly, okay? You can see I've made up all my panels. It's a little bit on the fiddly side, but the box just looks so beautiful. It does. Right, so what we're going to do, we've got our 5 panels. We are going to put 2 of the 5 panels. So we're going to put 2 together, okay? So we're going to do it in two twos, and a 1, right? So let's go ahead. I'm speeding along with this. This is such a lovely kit. There is so much in here, you know. I figured out as well, when I went through the unboxing, sort of the unveiling of it, I figured out, just popping that on there. Oh, just move that off. Right, I figured out what that little tiny die was. Let's just pop that on here and concentrate. This little tiny die is for your tags. They're little tags to hang your, there's this one here, that one, and there's another one. Where's the other little cheeky one? The other little cheeky one is here. Okay, see that one there? That's the other one. So they're to hang your little, you know, if you want to make little stars to hang on your tree, they're just to pop on the top so that you can put your ribbon through. Right, so 2 2s and a 1. Now, I recommend using tape through all of this. Because it's quite fiddly, you need it to adhere, so I would recommend tape, okay? Just a recommendation. Maybe put some glue on there as well, but you do need it to adhere to it, otherwise you're sitting there really trying to push them in. Now, the only thing was the actual stars themselves, because there's quite a few different stars in here, and I was like, oh, which one goes with what? So you have then these 2 stars. We got a back of a, let's use the back of this so you can see it better. So you've got these 2 stars. I'll show you which one cuts out which, right? So it's important to know, because otherwise you might be a bit confused like I was. You might not, but you may. So you've got this star which cuts out with a little edge. It's got a nice little embossed edge there. That's for your box. That's the one to use to construct your box. And this one without, which is the largest star, is to construct your lid, okay? So those are the dies and what they look like, because like I said, there are a few different stars in there. So that's really important, that you're using the right stars, making sure they all line up with each other correctly, okay? Now, I've put tape on the opposite sides, okay? You know you put tape normally all on the front, because we normally stick them down front ways. With this box, we're not. We're sticking them from underneath instead. So you need to put your tape on the opposite sides. You can put it on both, but certainly you need to put the tape on the opposite side, okay? So we're going to take one of our stars. Now, you want to pop the embossed edge inside, okay? And we are going underneath. So let's just pop these all down. Okay, let's just fold these all down along the edge. And the star, the embossed part, goes inside the box. Okay, so you want to put that in here in effect. Okay, so do you see what I mean? Because it's quite small. Oh, that's better. Because it's quite small, it's a little bit on the fiddly side, right? That's why I'm saying use tape. Now you can use tape and you can also use glue with this. Recommended if you're not so, you know, you're a bit worried about lining up, you're not sure. So maybe use a little bit of tape, okay? So we're going to go in with our first tab and just lining that up, making sure you've really got that lined up, okay, with the star, okay? Really need that nice and neat and lined up. Then we're going to come in, one of the stars is going to cross over, okay? It's going to cross over. But if we've got the tape on, do you see what I mean? It's much easier. Okay, so that's in effect what you get, right? So now we're going to come in with our next part, remembering that these all fold in, okay? And these all fold down. So if you're using, do you see what I mean? If you're using glue, it does take a little while to adhere, you know, and you have to get your fingers in and get, you know, like a tool, like a bone folder to sort of really push in on the edges. But doing it this way ensures that it's going to be stuck and it's not so fiddly, okay? So we're going to go in, I'm going to go in fact, I'm going to take this off. There isn't, you know, there's not really it's not a finesse way, is that the word of putting a box together? It's not really finesse, but again, it's just that little bit fiddly because it's quite teeny tiny box. So we're going to come in with this and just line this up to the edge and pop that on. And again, we're going to come in, one is going to fold over the other, just making sure that you really are pushing up against the corners. Again, this one is coming in, okay, folding over the next. Let's just take our tape off of this one. I don't want to take our tape off of there. So that one is really folding into the next one, and then this one again over the top, right? So very simple, but if you are using wet glue, it's going to take you a lot more time and it is a lot more very fiddly, okay? So that is my recommendation on constructing this. You may decide that you want to use the glue, but I really would recommend tape. I really would. It's going to go in much quicker, okay? Right, and down we go again. I'm going to come in and line this one up with the tab on the side, okay? Line that up quite neatly, nicely. Then we're going to go in again. Let's just pop this on. In again. Just give that a slight push, and then we're just folding this down. And then we're going in and lining this last piece up to the top and then down, okay? And that's how you get a nice neat, star, okay? Just gonna pop that, make sure those last two are down neatly, which they are. Right, I did put tape on here, on these ones, but I'm going to just use glue now to put the star at the bottom to cover up the bottom part, right? And then we're going to move on to the lid. So Haven't we been sport for choice this week for, oh, I've just seen the Wednesday deals as well. I was like, oh, they've got the family tree, haven't they? And they've also got, it was the family tree, wasn't there? And one of these showcases. And I thought, oh, that'd be really good. Those top parts are going to be really good for doing, I wanted to do like a, not carousel, like a swing type carousel. I thought, oh, they would be brilliant. Right, so that is the box part done. Isn't that pretty? Look at that, isn't that lovely? And I used the mirror card underneath as well. It's just given this like a suede feel. It's giving it like a real suede feel to the box. Right, okay, so now we're going to do the same, right? Exactly the same as what we've done prior. We're going under, I'm just thinking, should I put these underneath now? Or should I really have put these on top? Now, I did try going in with the top of the box. I did try going in. I made another one because I had a 2.5, I think it's 2.3 actually, not a half. 2.3 centimetre octagon, because that's what this is. It's 2.3, and I thought I'll give it a go. Wait till you see it. Unintentionally, I've actually made, it looks like a Dalek. It looks like from Doctor Who. I'll show you it. When I did it, I thought this really does look a bit like a Dalek. Right, okay. I've not put my tape, so I've not done what I've told you I'm going to do. So let's show you how this would go on. I want you to see the difference between using tape and using glue. And, you know, it's a bit fiddly with the glue. So we're taking our star and we're popping it in. Let's just see, popping it in, making sure it's all lined up at the corners. Okay, so now you can see it's a little bit more fiddly with glue. Okay, it's going to work. It's going to take you a little bit more time, but it's just that, do you see that little bit more fiddly? It obviously it does work, but just a little bit fiddly. I tell you what though, these boxes are going to look absolutely fantastic if you've got these, you know, really expensive, and they are now, aren't they, from the makeup companies, all the different makeup companies, these really expensive makeups. They're going to, you know, really, they're going to make lovely boxes for all your little makeups, your nail polishes, your lipsticks at Christmas. And I was thinking, actually, you know, you probably could even make, it's too late now, okay, with the 1st of December. Excuse me. With the 1st of December now, so it's too late for an advent calendar for this year. But I was looking at it thinking to myself, do you know what? You actually probably could make an advent calendar with these. A whole big star, because you can, I'll show you in a minute, you can lock them into each other. It's going to be quite a, well actually it's not, because you're not going to have to cut all the panels at the sides. But I'm just thinking you could, can you lock them? Or maybe you can't. You should be able to lock them into each other. I was thinking yes. So you can lock them in that way and have a central, or that way, and have a central point. But you could do 24 of those and have them sort of, you know, on the wall. You can either have them so that they're facing down towards you and you're opening the boxes, or you could do it visually as a you know, looking down calendar instead. But it's possible to make an advent calendar with these. It's very, very possible. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, I might work on one for next year. I thought that might be a nice idea. Right, okay, so we're on our last piece. So now I've just said to you, it's really difficult using glue. And I think I've just made it really easy. Maybe not so much on here, on the lid, okay? Because you can get get into it, can't you? You can really get into the corners and push it in, but when you're working with this long box, it's a bit fiddly do you understand, to push your fingers into it. So yes, it's fine with the box, okay, but not with the sorry, fine with the lid, but not with the box. Right, now, because the star at the top, the lid, is bigger than the box, you don't have to worry about, you know, like when we make other things from Tonic, sometimes we have to worry a little bit about the breathing room. You don't have to do that with this because the lid is bigger. Okay, the star is much bigger on the lid, so it fits perfectly. So you can level these up as they are. Let's put the lid on that, otherwise it's going to dry up. We don't want that. So you can just level them all nice and neatly. How many have we got? 2 more to go. Okay, 2 more. Nice and neatly. And 1 more, and then we've just got to do the top of it. So the only thing that really takes time with this is your cutting out. Okay, so that's your box. Now luckily I've put tape in all of this, around all of this, because I forgot you have to do it at the bottom and not the top. So just remember, if you wanted to go extra speedy Gonzales and you didn't want to wait for the glue to dry, then use tape, but on the opposite side, you see, of the box. And we're just going along, just getting rid of all this red tape, my favourite tape in the world. Oh, are you all nearly ready for Christmas? We haven't got long now, have we? First 24 more days and it's Christmas Day. Where has this year gone? It's just flown by, hasn't it? It's just absolutely flown by. Right, okay, so now we've got our star. Let's just put some added glue in the middle there. Okay, and then we're going to pop our star on the top. Here we go. In we come with our star. And just popping that nice and neatly, and that's going to cover up anything that you've not got right. Okay, so now we've got a lovely, perfect, isn't it cute? I mean, you could, even that alone, you could do sort of an opposite one, couldn't you? A shorter one with this star, and then you're going to have a really teeny tiny little box, aren't you? Or you could make that into you know, a tree ornament as well. Right, okay, so on to the final part, which is popping the lovely 3D star on the top. So we're just going to go in and fold these. You get 2 and a 1. The 1 is the one that you're pointing to the top. Okay, so it's going to go round. I'll show you. So opposites, 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 but always, is that right? I'm just double checking because they've all got to go at the bottom. That's right, and that way. See, you can just see how they're all going to fit on. So again, bend that up, and then we've got that one there, always making sure you've got 2 on each side. Bend that up, see, so that goes up, it's a mountain, isn't it? And then that one down. Okay, so now all we're going to do is pop one on the other. These are so cute. They're going to make, I actually did have a quick look, but it wasn't until after I started playing with them that I actually had a look at the German page, and they've made some lovely cards as well with these 3D stars. They really are, they do look so pretty. So again, just lining that one up to the next, okay, and then again, just lining it up. Where are we? Yeah, cheeky one there. And then 1 more, lining the last 2 up. Okay, last 2. Come on, out you go. Is that right? Oh, I've taken the wrong one off. That was lucky. That was lucky. Nearly. And then that one goes not here. And then we've got the other one which will go right down underneath. Okay, and there we have our lovely 3D star. So now all we need to do is take our tape, just like so, and then we're going to pop that on there. They're not the easiest to put together. Again, I will stress, a little bit fiddly, but the results, that's, you know, that's what we're after. So just bend all of those in, okay? Bend all of those right in, okay? And again, all the way down. Oh, my computer's switching off. And again, probably could have done this before, and then you wouldn't have all this sticky tape. Especially as it's the red tape. Okay, so then we're going to bring our star in. Now, the only way that the way I found to do it really was line them all up first, because they have to go down, and get all your bits in and point your stars towards here, okay, towards the tips, and this is going to ensure that you're going to get them in the right place. Just do you see what I mean? So go for the tips first, and then all you're going to do is push down in these corners, okay? Oh, one's come out. That's one's come out. That's better. And then just push them down in all these little corners, okay, of the star, and they will all go down, I promise you. Just nice and stuck down. And then again, push them in the corners, right? Push them down into the corners, into the corners. Just always make sure when you're doing it, you're lining the top points of all the stars. And then again, just push down in these lovely little corners, and there we have it. Look at this. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. To put your top on, squeeze your star. It's so easy. And hey presto, look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I love it. I absolutely love it. Isn't it lovely? So now to show you, if you do have exterminate exterminate, if you do have a little octagon, I did, it's a 2.5 centimetre. Okay, it's a 2.5 centimetre. If you do, then you can make a nice little octagon. Isn't that funny? And what I used was the lovely ivory seashell on those, and I just, but as I put it together, I just thought this doesn't look like a Dalek. So if you've got, you know, not Star Wars, what's it, Doctor Who fans, you can make a nice little Dalek with it. Or it could be an R2-D2 if you make a nice white top. How funny is that? As soon as I made it, I thought, oh, it's like a Dalek. So anyways, fun and games aside, you can, you know, obviously make some beautiful decorations. You can really go wild with it. I haven't had time, but you've got all these lovely, you know, you've got all the intricate parts that you can cut into the stars as well. I just tested out, was trying to do a rose, but that was the what's it called that you get in there, fire brick. It was the fire brick glitter marker. I just had a little go of that. But yes, you can make lovely little tree ornaments with it. So these are your little, so those are your little, you can just pop those at the top and just make lovely tree ornaments. But you get all of these. So if you wanted to put some, you know, cut the holly, sorry, Yes, holly, not ivy. If you want to cut the holly and make, you know, put it all the way, you can do that as well. So that is the German Star gift box set and just how to construct that. So I thought I'd just come on because I noticed there wasn't an English speaking one. Amazing, fantastic kit. I have loved working with this, and I definitely think, do you see what I mean? If you make lots of them, and then you'll put one here, then another one will go, I've put a star there, but do you see what I mean? Another one will go there, then you'll have another one here. You can make a massive one and have them maybe as an advent calendar, but for next year. Right, thank you so much. There's my little diary. Exterminate. And I shall see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.